Hi guys, how you doing? How you doing? Apologies, I've not filmed for a little while. I did do a couple of videos, but my camera broke down and all the all the memory cards got corrupted. So unfortunately, I had to get replacement memory cards and all that. So I've been waiting for Amazon and all that sort of business. I don't know. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm getting a bit bored of filming consumer unit replacement, EICR, that sort of thing, over and over again. I've done it to death. You've seen them loads of times. I'm not sure what I want to do with this channel at the moment. And it also, as some may appreciate, it takes quite a while to film the videos, edit the videos, that sort of thing. So I might just wait until I've got some interesting videos to film. Anyway, today is an interesting video. I'm out on a football field in the middle of Olney, right next to Emberton Park, if you know that. And today is a bit of an interesting video. I've just teamed up with a national charity, and today we're going to look at installing one of these. So I thought that's going to be quite an interesting video. I've never done one before, but it's just the same as any other spur. Let's have a look where we're going to install it from. So we've got a socket we're going to come off there into a spur, fuse spur, metal clad, straight through the wall. It's going to be, what I'm going to do is unswitched, because I don't want someone to switch it off by accident.
The defibrillator is a separate unit from the spur. The spur just supplied a 3-amp frost guard heater to stop the defibrillator from freezing.
It's going to go around here, I reckon, but we'll see afterwards. So that's the back box on, metal clad back box with a coupler, is that what they're called? Thingy thing in the middle, and mal bushes on either side. These are really good, bush wrench if you want to. If you're doing a lot of this sort of work, or even if you're in college, I got this when I was still in college. It's brilliant. I mean, look, rather than messing about with some dodgy spanners, that does it. There you go, there's a outside, that's where our cable comes through, and we're going to gunk him up, that sort of thing. Oh, got a nice little coffee here. It's a cold morning. The date is the 30th of No, what am I on about? The 30th of November. Yeah, 30th of November. It is a bit cold. Oh, that coffee's nice. I better just drink the coffee before it gets cold. So what we're coming off of here is, I can't remember whether it's a ring or a radial, but it doesn't matter, because even if it's like a second spur from a ring, it's going to be fused anyway, and it's only going to be 3-amp fuse on that, so you can do that as long as it's fused. Get my old gloves on. How high did it say? 1 metre to 1 metre 35. So yeah, we've got 4 what do you call it, raw plugs there, or wall plugs, not raw plugs. That's your cable entry just there. I would like to gunk it up, but it's going to be hard. I think I'll gunk it from the other side. It's going to be hard lifting this up, poking the cable through, and all at the same time. It's going to be quite difficult. But these big long screws go onto it. It's a certain way you've got to put the screws on and the washers and all that. This is quite a hefty thing to lift, and it's just a 230 volt. I think it's 3 amps supplied just to tick over and to keep it heated, so it doesn't freeze up, that sort of thing. Now I'm going to try stick it on the wall. That'll be fun. Put you guys down here. Let's see if I can do this, so I can get this through first. It's only a single brick wall, so it should go through no problem. Gonna have a look. Yes, we're through. Oh god, this is heavy. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. All on the wall, nice and straight. What they recommend is this is between 1 metre and 1.35. I think it's for disabled people and smaller people. That's within the tolerance of the bottom, so that's perfect. Let's go through to the other end and wire up the fuse connection unit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some cable there, just so that if they want to relocate at some time, it's easy to relocate. Got a compression gland there, so it's going to be quite easy to compression gland and like a kettle lead sort of thing. Using black ferrule crimps because it's stranded cable. It was flex, so always stranded, isn't they? Just give it a little bit more strength. Cheapy old ferrule crimper. Into the old fuse connection unit. Where do you go? Where do you go? I wanna know. Love singing whilst I'm on my own. As long as no one's filming me, I'm fine. Actually, let's just pull this all out. Oh no, can we do that? Are we allowed to put basic insulation on show in a box? Oh dear me. Just makes it easier, doesn't it? I bet my earth sleeve is not long enough now. Oh dear. I've got some on me. Oh, it's not. How many times you go backwards and forwards to the van? Let's have a look. I've been backwards and forwards to the van about 20 times now. What I'll do though is I'll put a fly lead onto the back box because there's not one there. I know it's a fixed terminal, but being metal back box, I like to add a little bit more extra precautions. Oh my love, where do you go? Where do you go? There we go. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly, innit? For an old fruit machine I used to play on when I was a kid. 10 years old on a fruit machine. Oh dear. Talking to myself again. I bended it over on the other side. And then there we go, lovely jubbly. And then circuit protective earths in there. Ha ha ha, see what I did there? I love winding you guys up. Stick some gunk in the hole. Or as they call it in diving, jollop. There we go. Stick the cover on. Put it out. Make sure nothing's come loose, which it hasn't. Grab your screws. Your old Bosch go. Making sure there's no cables behind where the screws go in. I need to change that to a 3-amp fuse. Unless you're a builder, you just leave the 13 in. Handyman, whatever you want to call them. Get the fuse out. Not sure what the kilowatts of it is, but on the manufacturer's instructions it says use a 3-amp fuse, so that's as good as gospel, if you like. Leave that because I need to do the other end now, where the surge protection is going in. Now time to install the surge protection. So where do you stand on this surge protection? I've asked my provider, my CPS provider, which I won't name. They said, and this is out my understanding, anything new, so either a new circuit or a spur, something like that, needs to comply with current regulations, and that now requires surge protection. But today's customer rang the same people and they said, ideally, yes, but but it's not necessary. Where do you stand? I'm going to just carry on fitting surge protection wherever I can. Not because it's extra work, but because I want to comply with regulations, and that makes me comply. So we've got surge protection. We've got half of them which are RCD protected, half which are not RCD protected. Surge protection is supposed to go on the non-RCD protected, otherwise you can get unwanted tripping, that sort of thing. I'll come back to you once I've put it on. So that's how surge protection got in. It's not the neatest boards, but that's normal, isn't it? Thin line. Don't know what that make is. Pulling your leg. So we put in a Luden. Luden are compatible with Steeple. The way we install this is at the bottom of that, it's got a, I suppose you call it main earthing or earthing conductor. It's got an earth, I don't know what you call it on this, CPC still or what, and that comes up and goes into here, and top you've got your line which goes into your MCB there, and neutral goes into your neutral bar, which for this one is there, because that's the non-RCD side and that's the RCD side. If you put it into there, RCD will probably trip. So that's how you do it. So there we have it, all done. This is a heater to stop it getting frosty. Just comes from a kettle lead inside. It's only 3 amp, it's tiny. So anyone needs it, just grab it. All in that pack. Brilliant job. And this one has been donated by Solar Farm Community Benefit Fund and Emberton Athletic Football Club. Thank you very much. If any of you guys want one of these at your local place, they do them nationwide. Have a check for AED donate. What I think you have to do is raise some money yourself, and then they get various funding from elsewhere. But don't quote me on that. Have a look at the website and they'll tell you everything you need to know. So yeah, that's all done as you saw. I do lose a bit of money on that job, but for what it's worth and what it brings to the community, it's worth it. This job's not all about making loads of money. We don't make loads of money, but it's not all about it, is it? So don't mind losing a few quid on that one. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the channel, to be honest with you. I'll probably just leave it open. I won't just close it fully. I really appreciate all your support, but, and I'll be honest with you, the last few weeks I've been struggling mentally, I suppose. Just, I don't know what it is, just feeling really down a bit, you know. And I think this job doesn't really help when you're doing the same job over and over again. That's why I think going solar, just, I don't know, just something different, isn't it? I'm just fed up with, I don't know, I'm fed up with probably the filming it and editing it. It takes a lot out of you, and when you're working really hard and you've got to do your certification, your quotes and all that, yeah, you've got to tradify and that, but it's still, to do one video, you're talking about probably 4 hours work, and after you finish day, like your working day or the weekend where you're supposed to be relaxing, it's hard work. And I've been struggling with doing charity work. I don't know, midlife crisis, I don't know, who knows. But anyway, I was thinking of maybe even doing like a travel channel, traveling around the world. I'm going to Thailand soon, so I'll be filming that, so probably start it there, I don't know. But I'll keep you guys updated. Of course I will, if anything changes, and you can always pop over to that channel. In the meantime, guys, listen, I really appreciate it. I don't know when the next video is going to be, I'll be honest with you. But I don't want to be doing the same consumer unit change, downlights. It's like, it gets so boring. If I'm finding it boring filming it and editing it, you must be finding it boring. Let me know if you want to see anything else and anything interesting, and I'll do it. Let me know in the comments. Before you go, so that job had surge protection. So that job see, as I see it, 18th edition Amendment 2, for all you guys watching it in the future, it is now 2022 November, and as far as I understand, any new alteration or part of like adding a new circuit or adding a spur, something like that, that would be required to conform to current regulations. How do you see this? So does it need a surge protection unit? I rang up my CPS provider, not naming, and they told me, yes, it does. And they'd speak to you. I don't know if anyone else had this. With a certain CPS provider, if you bring up the technical department, they speak to you like you're an idiot. It's like, really? How do you not know that? That's how it seems. What are your experiences? So they said to me, yeah, in surge protection is extension. I said I'm adding a spur to a socket, and it's an extension. So yeah, it does. And then the customer rang, him, and they told them, ideally yes, but it's not necessary because it's minor works. And also another one, if you're adding surge protection to a consumer unit, would that require minor works or electrical installation? I'm going to do this under electrical installation certificate, because you're adding a new circuit, although it's just right next to it, that much. It's still really a new circuit, and that's how I understand it. So what do you reckon? Another one, what if you're changing the RCDs to type A? Is that minor works or is that electrical installation certificate? Sorry if I'm sounding like my first day on the job and I've just completed a 3-week course, but just let me know what your thoughts are, because everyone has different thoughts, and that's where we can all come together and thrash it out. So yeah, I'm done here. Hopefully I'll get a few more of them jobs. Really interesting, lovely people to meet. Fed me with coffee all day long. Just takes about a couple of hours to install them. In the meantime, can you tell I'm a bit cold? My lips are a bit red. In the meantime, there's one thing left to say, and that is like, comment, share, and because I'm on my own, prescribe!